Good day to you wherever you are watching us from. This is your darling show, the Retirement Quest. That's what we call the Retirement Show. And in this show, we are here to help you navigate your way through your retirement planning life. And you may be retiring soon, or you may know someone that is retiring and that is thinking of how to plan for retirement. This show is readily there for you. And I will encourage that if you have never seen us before, this is an opportunity for you to like and for you to also share, so that others will have take advantage of this and listen to detailed information and wisdom talk concerning retirement. Today we'll be talking about agriculture in retirement planning. Of course, agriculture is one thing that will ensure that a retiree will consistently have sustainable income in retirement, because the key point in retirement is to be able to leverage on a sustainable income that will keep you in life during your period in retirement. We always say in this show that you must ensure that you don't run out of money before you run out of life. And for you not to run out of money before you run out of life, you must have something that you are doing. You must have something that is bringing certain returns to you, certain income to you. And agriculture is one of these things that you can do, very potent means of earning income in retirement. And so today, I will be looking at free-range chicken farming that you can leverage on in retirement. Free-range chicken farming. Now, people engage in farming, of course, animal farm here and there, and we all know of poultry farming, which is also very good. But we've always been encouraging in this show that whatever business a retiree is going to be engaging in must be business that is sustainable and also that is less risky. Yes, I will explain that. Business that are sustainable and that are also less risky. Now, farming, chicken farming, poultry farming, of course, you and I know that it's very expensive to go into, it's capital intensive, and it's highly risky. But when you talk about free-range farming, free-range chicken farming, it's not as risky as the poultry farm, and it's very, very sustainable, and it pays high return. So I want to encourage you there, if you are retiring soon, and you know anyone that is retiring, to want to look at this as an option for retirement business. The question you want to ask quickly will be, what is free-range farming? Free-range farming, what does it really mean? Now, free-range farming is the system of farming that allows animals to move freely within an open space, and without necessarily confining these animals to a cage or a building. They have the freedom to go around, eat around, play around, and live in the natural environment. And there is this breed of chicken that is very, very good for that. The one we call here in Nigeria the local chicken, or some other persons want to call the organic chicken. I want to encourage you, you are going into retirement, look at that as an option for business. Look at that as an option for retirement business. Free-range chicken, free-range farming. Now, what's the advantage of this? Now, you agree with me that chickens, particularly the local chicken, the one we generally call fowl, the local fowl. Now, these chicken, when they are in the open space, they feed themselves around, they eat of whatever they see around the space, they eat on worm, they eat on they eat plant-based food, and they eat anything they see around. So you necessarily don't need to incur costs in feeding, because they eat whatever they see around there. And also, you spend less in vaccination and other medication, because it takes little or no medication. So you necessarily may not be incurring costs on veterinary doctors, because the local chicken, or the one we call fowl locally in Nigeria, feed around. So in the course of eating, they are very rugged. They are very, very rugged species of chicken or birds. So in the course of eating, they eat organic items that could be medical or that could be helpful to their health. So you necessarily don't need to spend so much on ensuring that you engage veterinary doctors to care for this. And of course, the market is always available there. And you know that in Nigeria, where we live, the local fowl or the local chicken is more nutritious and is actually more acceptable, and the demand for it is higher than the one that is grown in the poultry or that is grown mechanically. So the market for it is very, very high, though the market for it is more seasonal. But you are sure that 2 seasons of the year, which means the Easter season and the Christmas season, you have market for it. No matter the amount of birds or chicken that you have, the markets are readily available for it there. Now, the question somebody asked me once is that, how much space or how much land space do I need to go into this? Of a truth, you really don't need so much of land space to do that. But the local chicken, as we say in the local parlance, grow more or do well in the rural environment. So my take on that would be, if you can get a minimum of 1 hectare of land, that will be sufficient to start with, and have some amount of chickens there, maybe 100 units or thereabout in that space of about 1 hectare, and they are moving around, moving freely. And one thing is good about the local chicken is that no matter where they go to, they will certainly come back to their base in the night or in the evening to take the night rest. So you necessarily don't need to follow them around or watch over them. They will go and they will come back again. Like I said, feeding is almost free because they eat around. And the advantage of it again is that the local chicken lays between 40 to 50 eggs per year. So let's look at it this way. Assuming I have 100 local chickens in a place, and maybe out of the 100, I have hens, like say 90 hens or thereabouts. And I say, okay, they are within this space for a period of 1 year. It means that by the time 90 of them lay egg of about 50 each, at the end of that 1 year, we'll be having like 4,500 eggs. If they hatch, it means that we'll be having about 4,500 chicks that will be added to the stock of the chickens that we have in our open farm. So you see that you necessarily don't need to restock every year. The chicken restock itself regularly by laying and hatching. Alternatively, you want to sell the eggs. The eggs are also more expensive in the market than what do you call this other egg now? The poultry egg. The eggs are more expensive in the market. So you want to sell the egg. You can also make so much money from there. But I encourage that you don't sell the egg. Allow the chickens to hatch this egg. So that will add to the stock of the chickens that you have in your open farm. And with that, you are sure of having sustainable income in your retirement year in, year out. And of course, that will give us some measure of happiness because we have sustainable income in retirement.